My fellow Helldivers, we have done tons in this world. Babylon Creek, defending Earth from the split lips, and terminating those terrible Terminids. But now it's time for self-reflection. Let's talk about what your favorite warbond says about you.
Helldivers to Hellpod. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpod.
You picked the default warbond because you think plain cheese pizza is underrated. You call stratagems by their full government names like a hall monitor. You still salute an extraction even after getting your entire squad atomized by a misplaced eagle strike. Hoorah, brother. Your loadout screams reliable teammate, but your gameplay screams my fault, gang. You definitely say, guys, the mission comes first! Right before reinforcing directly into a charger. You are the human equivalent of medium armor.
Sweet liberty, my leg!
You've killed more teammates with fire than Terminids at this point. You should see someone about that. You got the incendiary breaker and suddenly started talking like a retired clone trooper. You either love shotguns, love war crimes, or really miss Malevelon Creek. Back in my operation. Brother, that operation was 3 weeks ago. You smell like burnt metal and nicotine patches.
Freedom never sleeps!
You think electricity is a personality trait. You run arc weapons, especially because aiming is a social construct. Every match, you accidentally chain lightning your entire team, then type worth. You absolutely own Phallites in your room. Actually, the Blitzer has insane utility ceiling. Meanwhile, you get court-martialed by the last hunter in the swarm.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Your solution to every enemy encounter is turning the map into post-World War III Fallout DLC. You picked this warbond because explosions make your brain produce microwave noises. Half your deaths are self-inflicted, and the other half are acceptable losses. You scream, "For Super Earth!" while cooking a grenade too long. You don't solve problems. You overkill them! You are the reason friendly fire statistics exist. But be proud.
That's called democracy!
Alright, since we're here, we already know critical thinking skipped your bloodline. You swear the tenderizer is slept on even though nobody asked. You talk about precision while missing an entire mag on a stationary automaton fabricator. You probably drink sparkling water and act superior about it. Your gameplay feels like a sponsored airsoft video.
I'm bleeding out!
You watched Predators once and made it your identity. Everything about you screams tactical, but your team watches you run into a minefield, frame one. You only wear sleeveless armor because your Helldiver needs to show off digitally generated triceps. You growl into the mic before stem popping. You absolutely tried spinning a Senator revolver in real life and almost lost a testicle.
You are the tinder and liberty is the match!
You were not trusted near grills, fireworks, or gender reveal parties. You looked at the flamethrowers getting buffed and started breathing heavily like a Dark Souls boss. Every mission turns into California wildfire roleplay with you. Your squad sees one Hulk and suddenly you're sprinting at it yelling, "We ball!" You either hard carry or become a common ending in the Salem witch trials. There's no in between.
I don't concern myself with the ambitions of insects.
You throw gas strikes directly on the objectives and then act confused why nobody's pushing in. You enjoy making everyone uncomfortable. Not the enemies, your teammates. Your favorite phrase is area denial. Brother, you denied the whole area. And the bugs aren't dying fast enough, but your team definitely is. You probably played Caustic in Apex and thought you were intellectually superior for it.
This is Democracy Manifest.
You think black armor automatically adds aura. I agree though. You move like an edgelord Power Ranger. Wrist-cutting Megazord, go! Every screenshot you take looks like an album cover for a divorced dad metal band. You say, stay vigilant, unironically. Your Helldiver absolutely listens to funk edits while filing taxes. You probably got kicked from at least one lobby for role-playing too hard, but keep getting them, champ.
But tonight, we dine in hell!
You love fighting in cities, not because of democracy, because deep down you yearn for property damage. You run around looking cinematic instead of useful. Your favorite pastime is periodically calling a 500 kg bomb on civilian infrastructure. Your situational awareness is held together by duct tape and democracy. Rock on, brother. You definitely said, watch this, before immediately becoming a red mist. You roleplay freedom like it's an unpaid internship. You definitely stop shooting mid-fight just to admire the skyline while your teammates get turned into pulled pork behind you. Half your gameplay is diving through explosions for clips nobody asked for.
For Super Earth!
You're gonna make it home, bro! he shouted, dropping a 500 kg on the LZ. You sacrifice yourself constantly and act surprised every time. You deserve better, but you also need supervision. You stim teammates at full health just in case. You carry supply packs because being needed is your love language, and the moment someone says, "Thanks, bro," your entire week improves. You throw yourself on grenades dramatically like your Helldiver has lore significance. You're the kind of player that apologizes after getting team killed, which honestly makes it worse somehow. You use heavy armor because mobility is for cowards and functioning knees are optional. Yet your Helldiver walks like every joint hurts. Wonder why? You type deserved after team kills, even when it's your fault. Especially when it's your fault. You're the type to yell, "This ends now!" while getting launched 40 feet by a charger. Everything about your loadout says Vengeance Arc, but your gameplay says Community College Punisher. Every extraction for you is a photo shoot. I mean, slay. Your Helldiver looks like he personally signs propaganda posters. You speak in fake military speeches while missing every shot with absolute confidence. You don't reload normally, you reload patriotically. You've definitely killed your squad mate trying to make an entrance, and somehow you blame the automaton interference. Nice job, soldier. You picked this because drip matters more than survival.
Police brutality, punk.
You saw law enforcement aesthetic and immediately became the most insufferable person in voice chat. You want mall cop authority on a galactic scale. You scan every teammate like you're about to ask for registration and proof of super citizenship. You say, "Maintaining order," after mag dumping a scavenger. You probably played Judge Dredd games as a kid and thought, "Yeah, this is reasonable." You enjoy batons way too much. You say things like, "Theoretically, this should work," right before turning yourself into plasma residue. You treat the battlefield like a science fair project held together with zip ties and caffeine withdrawal. Every mission with you feels like your squad accidentally signed an NDA. Deep down, you believe safety warnings are just coward propaganda. I mean, come on, surely this won't explode in my head. You don't fear failure, you fear patch notes.
Hey, yeah? You ever wonder why we're here?
You are propaganda incarnate. Super Earth could tell you oxygen is optional, and you'd salute before suffocating. You genuinely enjoy escort objectives, which means there's something medically wrong with you. 102% of this particularly purchased war bond was wrapped in nostalgia. The remaining percentage of this is wrapped up in Dogecoin and GameStop stocks. Your entire personality is good soldiers follow orders. Like, we know the war crimes you did when you were playing Noble 6. You're either becoming the backbone of the squad or the first court-martialed after friendly fire incidents. No in between. You quote mission briefings, like split lips when they're quoting scripture.
I don't like sand.
You love desert planets because you think suffering builds character. Meanwhile, your Helldiver's got sand in places modern medicine can't explain. You walk slowly through dust storms, pretending you're in a cinematic trailer. You absolutely wear skull pattern gear because it fits the vibe, and your lungs sound like someone shaking a bag of rice. Mad Max energy! Dollar store execution. Half your gameplay is getting ragdolled by visibility issues and poor decisions. Kill them all! You whisper, "Target neutralized," after killing a scavenger with 4 mags. You ever see those tactical reload compilations? Of course you did. That's why you stand like a Navy SEAL at extraction terminals. Your entire personality is suppressed gunfire, toxic masculinity edits, and losing fistfights to automatic doors. Unlike your Viper-coated brethren, you did lose a testicle spinning a Senator pistol.
Injury? What injury?
You play like your Helldiver already died 3 missions ago and came back fueled purely by vengeance. You walk slowly out of explosions because you think it adds aura. Sometimes it does. You love heavy weapons because subtlety left your body years ago. Your teammates are scared of you, the automatons are scared of you, and honestly, the Ministry of Truth probably is too. Everything about your aesthetic screams too angry to stay dead, but that's probably because you're 19 out of 20 of the revives. You are one traumatic backstory away from becoming a raid boss.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick.
You wear the darkest armor possible because mystery is your substitute for social skills. Every mission briefing to you is, what aren't they telling us? And here we are, the conspiracy theorist of the squad. Your Helldiver's lore exists entirely in your head and somehow includes government betrayal, cybernetic trauma, and at least one forbidden operation. You either cook harder than everyone in the lobby or die instantly in complete silence. It's befitting. You stop talking mid-sentence for dramatic effect. Nobody asked for the effect. We're in war. Speak up. Break them! Your ideal gameplay is crouching behind fortifications for 37 straight minutes yelling, "Hold the line!" Walls and turrets and barbed wire. This is your dizzy line, you don't move unless required. You see defense missions and immediately become emotionally fulfilled. You crave structure because your real life has none. You absolutely played tower defense games like they were competitive sports. You know how terrifying it is to be a charger in this day and age just to see a Helldiver dive towards you with a hammer yelling, "I'm my daddy's son!" The second bugs break through your defense, you panic like a dad watching raccoons get into the garage.
Come to a wolf's house and piss in its bed, you're gonna get bit! That's just the nature of the wolf! That's just the nature of the wolf!
You like mud, machine guns, and watching your squad slowly lose hope. You don't play Helldivers. You recreate World War I with better advertising. Your gameplay consists of digging in, overcommitting, and somehow surviving. Every mission turns into psychological warfare because you refuse to leave cover. You've definitely said they can pry this position from my cold dead hands. And honestly, they usually do. You think mobility is a liberal myth.
Stand by for Titanfall.
You saw the mech patch was coming out and immediately lost all higher reasoning. Your brain activity flatlines the moment you hear mechanical footsteps. You call in exosuits on missions where they make zero tactical sense. Urban combat? Mech. Stealth mission? Mech. Defensive objective? 2 mechs. Are you just showing off your Gundam? The second your mech explodes, you become emotionally unavailable for the rest of the operation. You treat ammo conservation like it personally insulted your family lineage. Titanfall fans, every single one of you. Well, my Helldiver brethren, if you're enjoying this content, please be sure to let me know down below, likes and subs, all that other crap. And if not, I mean, what are you gonna do? Get better at the game. But be sure to go out there and give them hell, soldier.